Dudes, hello, welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar, and I think I must have read this Deathlok comic as a kid. Because that whole, like, hey, I think Deathlok is like this dude from Vietnam who died and got turned into a cyborg or whatever, that whole plot line, that whole thing, it's in here. It's in this issue. I must have read this as a kid, and I don't remember reading it. This cover did not look familiar to me or nothing. But after this initial action scene where Deathlok saves some people that are going to fall off, actually, let's stop and look at this. Let's stop and look at this. What a way to start the book. You got some kind of car accident right here. You got people, get some help. There's a family in there. Help is on the way. Cue the Deathlok cyborg. Rolling, rolling. Everybody out of the way. Is that Deathlok? He's big. And Deathlok saves the day. Like, what a way to start a book off. We immediately just jump right into action. We don't mess around. We don't play games. We don't do anything. We just jump in and we get you something right on page one that says, hey, this person, big scary death robot, he is in fact a hero. Here is him doing heroics right there. Really great intro. Now, that's not the meat of the book. Man, I love these ads for old movies. You can definitely tell, like, who is the market for comic books? Like, edgy teenagers. All these, like, horror ads and stuff in these books. Like, I remember comic books having ads for Candyman and stuff. But to me, the real meat of the book is right here. Deathlok is like, yo, computer, why don't you tell me about the past? Do we really have all of this dude's memories on file? And turns out they really did have all of this dude's memories on file. Who's the dude? The original Deathlok. The original Deathlok who the Deathlok computer kinda killed. And that's why there's a different person driving Deathlok. So that was pretty cool. The Deathlok cyborg speaking when it was trapped in Nightmare's realm, issues 9 to 10. Thanks, editor. I love those little editorial notations. They're fun. They're fun. Comic books needs more of that stuff so people can understand where things occur. And then they can go find that issue. They can go read that issue. Yeah, it might not sell more of that issue because, it's a couple months old or whatever. It's already sold out of distribution or yada yada. But if you start establishing your continuity and you enable people to follow your continuity, especially when you're a major publisher with a big interconnected line, it makes life better for your readers. It makes life better for everybody. So here he is talking to the previous Deathlok wearer. I'm not quite sure like what to call the person who's driving the cyborg because it's a person, right? But the whole Deathlok thing is weird. So for years I've been like, Deathlok is this dude who was a Vietnam veteran who wanted to be put back into a cyborg, or for some reason needed to be put in like a cyborg body so he could go do stuff, and that's what's right here. That's what this dude's telling us. I really dug that. The overarching plot here, and there's several. There's like dudes that built a Deathlok cyborg or making other cyborgs illegally. Roxxon Oil owned the company that made Deathlok, and now they are busy trying to get Deathlok to go take out those other guys. See, here's some shady business dealings. There's a lot going on in this book. Try not to show you too many ads. All new violent covert strike team by Whilce Portacio and Image Comics. Red hot. Wetworks #1. If you order 10 or more, they're only $1.25 each. Didn't Whilce Portacio just like remaster that like a couple years ago and put it on Indiegogo? I love these old ads, man. They're a hoot. Like, can you imagine a comic book today with, not ironically, not like for show or whatever, but having an ad like this in it? I don't think I can. And it keeps getting darker outside, man. This overcast day has not been a good one to record on. Anyway, Deathlok was a lot of fun. I know I've talked like tangentially about stuff, but it's like evoking memories and feelings and things, and I kind of wanted to express some of that. But this was a fun little book, really kind of getting into his psyche, showing like the conflict. The dude he wakes up, Colonel Kelly here, the original Deathlok, he like spends the rest of the book talking in different colored like text boxes from the main voice and all that. It's really fun, man. This is actually a really good book, and I must have read this as a kid. Anyway, that's all I got to say about Deathlok number 17. Check it out. Bye bye.